Good morning. It's Phyllis St. Laurent here. I'm a trainer with the Infinity Keys, and today we're here to talk about how to choose a key. Now, I want to introduce you Christy, who's a member of our key community and is here to share any insight and knowledge that she has acquired through the process. Let me spend a moment just telling a little bit about the keys in case you're not aware. The keys are a carefully constructed energy tool with copper tubing and powerful magnets, and they create and charge themselves to a frequency such as 432 hertz. And then that helps us with healing and grounding and offsets EMFs if you're affected by that and much more. So that's why, if you check out the blog in the website, you'll get a lot more information than our brief thing tonight. Okay, so we have at present the 432 hertz, 40.5, 528, and 741. All of them help with different structures. They all have different benefits to using it. So what the keys do is they work by training the brain to perceive higher and lower frequencies while strengthening your natural abilities to heal. They're designed to enable us to manipulate any energy circuits in our physical and subtle bodies to regain balance and facilitate our body's innate healing mechanisms. So I'm going to run through those. So the 432 hertz is a grounding key. It's one that's going to help with your nervous system, with stress and anxiety. It also is going to help, as I mentioned, with the EMFs. The 40.5 hertz is a clarity key. Helps with clear thinking and mental release. The 528 is a regeneration key, emotional clearing and cellular restoration. It helps you improve your immune system. And the 741 is a coherence key, which helps you with field alignment and intuition. Now, all that sounds a little crazy, and that's okay. But there is a lot more to it than what we're doing here. So what we're talking about now is we're going to talk about how do you know what key you should choose. And Chrissy, how did you choose?
I left it to feeling physically. I held each of the keys that were presented to me, which at first was the 40.5 and the 432. And the one that honestly caused me to feel some discomfort in my wrist is the one I chose because I was reacting to it, which meant that it was reacting to me. And I just felt like, okay, I'll start with this one. And it was the 40.5. And
Okay.
at first, I didn't do very much with it. We just kind of like glanced at each other from afar until I ended up getting the 432 because I got involved with the Infinity Keys group and was speaking and hearing of other people's stories. And then after finding out about the 432 and what it does, I'm like, oh, okay, this could help me. So when I got the 432 is when I really started working with the keys.
Super. That's awesome. So, if Don was here, he's the inventor, right? And if he was here, he would say everyone should start with the 432 because it's nature's harmony. It helps you sleep. It does many things from a sound perspective. And from the energy standpoint, it's definitely going to help you be grounded, right? Which is what we need. And also, many other things. So that's what he would say. And that's the one I started with. But I started with it because it was the very first key that he invented and made. And then I kind of grew into each of the keys as they come on board because I'm part of his organization and I love them all. So did you, so you've got the two keys now, is that what you have, or did you explore some more?
I explored some more. I have the 528 and am waiting on getting the 741. I wear the 432 and the 40.5 all the time.
The five
Basically,
twenty-eight?
not the 528.
Oh,
That one's off to the side. It's
right.
the 432 and the
And the
40.5.
40.5, right, okay.
And I wear those all the time. And then the 528 is one that I primarily do most of the heavy duty work with. The things that I need to like really shake up and get to inside of me, I work with the 528.
Okay, well, that's great. And you're looking forward to getting the 741 because you'll understand already what it's going to do, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I can't wait till we get a chance to do another video when we talk about more of the details of the keys, because I love that. Um, I I was, many people choose all four keys right away. Would have you done that? Had all four keys, the ones that we have now? Would you have done that now, looking back?
If I could, yeah. Because I kind of like in a collector sense, I like to have all in the collection, but also each frequency goes to something different. Like you can all use them the same ways, but each frequency helps in very specific ways that in helping those areas very specifically.
Okay, well, that's great. Now, of the keys that you do, you mentioned that you wear the two keys, and then when you need to or feel that you want to work on the aspects from the 528, then you use the 528.
Mm.
I know some people choose the key by just, oh, like I do now. For a while, I wore all four keys, and I should mention that people should be wearing them and wearing them next to their skin so that the magnetic energy would be working on their bodies silently without actually doing a technique. Now, um, I've gotten to the point now where I have my keys all there, and I ask my body, or some people muscle test, but I ask my body to tell me which key is going to be the best one that I wear. So I went from individuals to all four to now finding sometimes it's one, and sometimes lately it seems to be the 741 and the 528. But I think that's because they're newer ones, and I've done a lot of work with the other ones. And if I'm sitting down here at the computer and trying to write out a document, I'm going to use the 40.5 for clarity and ease of thought processes into writing something. Now, do you have any stories about say the key? I think you told me one a little while
I
back.
have a story
Maybe
about
you could
the
share.
40.5.
Would you like to share that?
Yeah, it was a really amazing experience. I was on my way to do this retesting at work. So I'm basically being reevaluated in my position and how I'm doing it so I can continue doing the work.
Okay.
And well, on my way there, I had remembered that the 40.5 helps with mental clarity, cognitive flow, and function. And so I had chosen to grasp it um, in firmly in my hand, and where I kind of did the little integration of my energy and also focusing primarily on the 40.5 for, mental clarity and all of that other stuff. And the evaluation went easier than pie, honestly, and was over before I even knew what was happening. So
That's wonderful. That's awesome. That's really good. Well, we're going to end that here because we're going to have a series of new videos that are going to go into more in depth on each uh, frequency and on some techniques that you can actually use with the keys. So anyone that wants any information, please get our contact information at www.infinitykeys.ca, and you can contact us by email. You can send us a link or sign up or use a link from the website. Go to the blogs, go to the key page, and find out some more information. We'll be glad to answer your questions. And thank you for your time tonight. Thank you, Christy.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, there we go.